In this episode of Talking About Orks, we're going to be going over knobs on warbikes. Now, as opposed to knobs on warbikes are quite a bit different. They provide you with a lot of power that the regular knobs just don't have. So they are very expensive though, costing as much as a mega knob without any upgrades. But with the drop in prices on the weapons, they're not too bad. So what does a knob have? 14-inch movement, weapon skill 3 of course, plus skill 5, strength 5, toughness 5, so you get that extra toughness, wounds 3, so you grab that extra wound from being on a bike, and 4+ save, and then 6 and 7 depending on his boss knob or regular knob on leadership. They of course have the DACA guns, so you get 6 shots, 18 inches, strength 5, AP dash. Slugget chopper, stick bombs, let's see. The base unit is 3, and you can go up to 10. 10 knobs on warbikes would be a lot of points, like a quarter of your army, for just that one unit. And because there's no knob on Warbanner on warbike, you're not going to have the benefit of the Warbanner very often with knobs on warbikes versus regular knobs. So I'm not sure if you'll ever want to put a power claw on these guys. These guys cannot take kill saws, unlike regular knobs. Cannot take the power stabba. You just have your options of choppas, big choppas, or power claws. And they cannot take ammo rents. They have Irigo, Mob Rule, and Keeping Order, where roll a d6 for each model that flees from a clan unit that was within 3 inches, or any clan units with this ability. On a 6, that model doesn't flee. And that's it. They don't have a lot of rules. They don't have a lot of options. And they're very expensive in points, but they are fast. They're going to hit pretty hard. They don't have any more attacks than knobs, but they do have a lot more wounds. So they have quite a bit of survivability at toughness 5 with 3 wounds each and a 4 armor save. Fortunately, not being able to take ammo runs means you can't put the las cannons on the ammo runs like you could with the regular knobs. And you're probably going to see a lot more shots of heavy weapons at these guys being 3 wounds each than you would at regular knobs with only 2 wounds each. So las cannons, of course, you're going to be wounding on 3s, and they're going to be wounding on 3s instead of 2s, also being toughness 5. So that's a bit of a bonus. So you kind of have to run these guys with the Pain Boy on bike, of course. Maybe a big mech on bike to give that 5-up invul save. And if you really want to, go with the War Boss on bike, so they get the ability to take the mortal wounds on a failed morale test instead of just running away. Because taking D3 mortal wounds might kill one model, maybe. So that's a pretty good deal on 3 wound models. So knobs, I said, they're going to be super fast. They're going to be no more or less killy than knobs, except knobs can take the kill saw. These guys can't. So kill saws, again, are way better than power claws. If you have the option to take a kill saw, always take a kill saw over a power claw. That extra AP and that flat 2 damage is worth it every single time. And you can give them combi scorches, combi rockets if you want to. And they can shoot both. There's nothing that stops them from shooting both their weapons. But again, that's just stacks on the points and points, because these guys are way too, in my opinion, way too expensive as it is. The Ork bikes need something to add survivability like they used to have, some version of the Exhaust Cloud rule or the Dark Angels Jink rule, something like that. They need that bonus to survivability to have a chance. With the old bikes where they could get a 2-up cover save with Zatsnark was just insane. Even though they were 1 wound each, get 2-up cover save with a feel no pain. Those old bikes were great. The new bikes, they're not as fast. They have nowhere near the survivability, and they're way overcosted. So I don't think knobs on war bikes are going to be a competitively viable unit anytime in the near future, just because of the lack of survivability. The best you can give them is a 5-up invul save against shooting. So until Orks get a codex, knobs on war bikes are just way too expensive to play. Because I said, a full unit is literally a quarter of your army. So I could be wrong on this. Have you played knobs on warbikes before? Have they been able to be worth their points, or like I said, a quarter of your army? So, because you are talking, you know, between a knob and warbike with a big chopper, it's 49 points. It's way too much for the survivability you get. Because this edition is not about killing; it's about survivability, being able to live through your opponent's shooting phase, and then be able to hit back. And that's the one thing that knobs and knobs on warbikes are going to be lacking in this edition. So let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong on these guys. And thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orcs. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orcs videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.